I would definitely recommend people to work with Sean. There's kind of two phases where you're probably going to extract most value. Where I'm at today, which is small business under a million in revenue, but over 250,000. You're hiring people, but every person you do hire is a very conscious decision, and you don't want to get them wrong. There's definitely some framework procedures that will enable you to make that process more efficient and reduce the risk of making those wrong hiring decisions. And I think at that point as well, you're also starting to think about is it time to bring on people full time? How do you foster that team spirit, even if they're not full time? So that's definitely valuable. If you're at that next stage, a million plus, 2 million plus, where you've got more people in the team, internal hires, full time hires, then there's so much practical, applicable advice and processes that you can use to make the team work more efficiently ultimately, which is going to add value. The biggest thing for me was I'd always seen it's a small business I operate, mainly based with external consultant. I kind of saw myself as a manager of consultants as opposed to one team, and I'd overlook the value of what a team spirit does in terms of motivation, accountability. Taking that forward and trying to build out that team ethos is probably the biggest takeaway. And as a stage two, maybe 3 months down the line, it'd be working towards implementing those standard operating procedures. Because I'd always kind of seen it as a boring admin task in the past or something that you do, and then because technology is moving so fast, it's outdated before it's even got a chance to be used. When looking to hire people, when looking to onboard new team members, it's essential that you're able to quickly and efficiently explain to them what the job is, train them up without it taking up so much of your time, which is something I have struggled with in the last kind of year and a half, especially when trying to hire new people. Streamlining that to make it less of a intimidating task where you feel like everything has to be documented. It's managing by exception, to coin Sean's term, to make sure that the pain points is what's being looked at and what has the procedure around it. The key issues I was facing when Sean came to me was I was in a bit of a survival mode. I was looking for ways to stabilize and diversify revenue. I hadn't really had that scale mindset at that point. It was just a good opportunity to think about the next phase of growth. I knew it was going to be completely new and something I hadn't really thought about before. I was doing a lot of work around understanding key metrics, the target customer at that time anyway. So it was very synergistic from that perspective. I was very well aware that operationally I wasn't as efficient as I could be. There was definitely ways I could streamline things, take myself out of the business and prioritize my time elsewhere. There was only going to be upside from going through the sessions to ultimately remove yourself from specific procedures and eventually the wider business so that you can choose where to focus your time, which was, Sean was very clear in explaining that. Very good examples on screen on how to implement those things. So very clear takeaways for anyone kind of going through this process. Definitely be something that you can take away and implement that will probably have some tangible impact on business performance within a 3-month period, which I guess from any consulting process you go through is what you want.